Hi guys, welcome back to the shop. Well, winter is rapidly approaching up here in New Hampshire. Right now we have a little bit of a mix here, rain and some sleet, and we may actually get some snow. We've had a few small snowstorms up here that really didn't amount to much, maybe, I don't know, half inch or so. But it's getting cold out. Today was like 30. And we have been swamped with generators and snowblower maintenance. But I did manage to get a little bit of footage of me machining out a shaft for a snowblower that a customer brought in. The auger shaft was pretty much wrecked, so I took a piece of 3/4 inch 4140 and machined him out a new one, some keyway and a couple of holes, and put it in there for him. So it all worked out, and I got some footage of that. And the tradition of Steve Summers, I'm going to give you a few clips of some nature around here, some foliage, and a river that's right near the house here. Usually this river is kind of like barely flowing, but we just got like 3 inches of rain the other day, and the thing was really roaring, so I walked down there and took a little picture, little footage of it down by the bridge there. So we got some whitewater going. As always, leave a comment if you want, and thanks for watching. So the issue here is a customer brought this thing in, and it was jammed up. And, subsequently the story comes out that he had other people work on it, and they had never really quite fixed it correctly. And so we brought it here, and we started taking it apart, and we found a whole lot of problems with it. The first problem is that apparently the company that worked on this before us had installed the wrong impeller. And what it was doing was it was hitting the back of the case there, and they subsequently did some stuff where they ground it and did all this other stuff to it, and kind of sort of got it working, but not right. And subsequently it blew the gearbox out, this gearbox right there. So he brought it to a different company, and they installed another gearbox. And he put it on his tractor in the first snowstorm. It didn't work. The impeller turned around, but the auger did not, which he assumed was bad gears. He brought it back to the company that put the gearbox in, and they essentially told him to go to hell. So it sat in his yard for a while, and we did some work for him on another snowblower and a generator, and he said, "Hey, you want to take a look at this thing?" And I said, "Sure." So the bottom line here is there's nothing wrong with this gearbox. The gears are fine. I've taken it apart. I've looked at it. The issue is, let me just turn on some lights here. The issue is that there's a keyway in this gearbox. And the shaft that they installed did not have a keyway in it. So it just spun around and didn't really do anything. Another problem with this shaft is that someone has installed 1/4 inch shear bolts in the 15/16 shear bolt holes, and they have since wallowed out the shaft, made everything kind of weak. I don't know if you can see it here, but you can see metal's been displaced. And the third thing is this shaft is bent. So what I suggested to him is to build him another shaft. And I have a piece of 4140 chrome moly shaft here, and I'm going to make another shaft. What I have to do is pretty simple. Just cut it to length, which is a little over 42 inches, and then drill a couple holes in it and put a keyway slot in it, and then we can assemble this whole thing, and hopefully this winter he'll be moving snow with it. So a little project on the mill, and we'll get going on this thing. Okay, so the way we're going to figure out how deep to make the slot in the shaft is measure here at the bottom of the keyway, 279, and then at the shaft bore here, 379. So that slot's 100 thousandths deep. Okay, so the slot in the gearbox is 100 thousandths deep, and this key is 186, 187. So we're going to make this 86 thousandths deep here. I've already got the center point marked here. So all I'm going to do is come down with a milling cutter, 3/16, and cut that slot. So let me dig out an end mill here and get set up, find the edges and stuff, and we'll be good to go. And then all we got to do is drill a couple holes in the shaft for the shear pins, and this thing will be ready to put back together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is find the center of this, and I find this to be the more foolproof way to do it. Okay, right there on the Y. I know the shaft is 750, so I could just come over, but just want to make sure here. Okay, I got 1.247. So 6235. So 6235. Okay, right there. So we'll zero out the Y again, and now we know we're in the center if anything moves. Okay, so we'll just eyeball it with the pointer here in the X direction. All right. So we're getting ready here to cut this slot. So you pick out the appropriate cutter here, and we'll be back with you. Okay, I got a 3/16 cutter mounted in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and let's see, make one more measurement here. Our key is 1.25. So 625 on the side. So here we go. We're going to come down, touch off. I'm just doing a sanity check here. Okay, see how this looks. Alright, that'll work. And we are at full width here. So we're coming down we'll come down 87. We'll come down 87. Alright, see how that key fits. Oh yeah. Alright, I like that. So, gotta make a couple more measurements here. We're gonna deburr the top of this a little, and then we're gonna drill some holes out in this area. Okay, so what I did here is I measured those holes, and they're kind of wallowed out, so I had to kind of like make a best guess here. 7.6 on either side of the center line. So what I did is I put a 246 block and then a machinist jack under it, and I got a spotting drill in there, carbide spotting drill, and I'm just going to spot that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is get a 5/16 drill and drill through it. Okay, get some juice on this. Get a little tension on this jack. All right, just go carefully through here. Okay, same thing on the other side. I won't show it, and then we'll put this thing together. Okay, one last shot before she's ready to go back to the customer. The shaft fit good. Everything worked out good. So she's in the truck here, ready to go. Thanks for watching.